So last when we stopped, we had stopped at 48.3, expenses on payment of expense on payment exceeding 10,000. So 48.3 we have discussed, but we have left out one section before, two sections before that. One is 40A capital A, 40A BC small business. But before going to that, we'll finish with 340A because there will get disconnected again. We have to reconnect. So before that, I try to finish 40A. Now 40 is very simple. As a section, it is very simple. What it says is, if any payment is made, we have already seen this a little while back when we saw payments made to related party. That is, when payments are made to specified persons, then what happens? Amount will be disallowed if three conditions are fulfilled. What are those conditions? So if payment is made to certain parties, it is saying that amount will be disallowed. Amount will be disallowed. So number one, it's paid to related parties, and it will be disallowed if payment is in respect of any expenditure, payment to a specified person, and most importantly, it is excess or unreasonable having regard to the fair market value of the goods or service. So in the earlier example that we saw when we were doing 48, some payment which was costing, you know, 50,000 or 9,000 was sold or purchased at 50,000. What is the market value? Only 9,000. But it means, so this amount will be disallowed under 40A in this section. Why? Because it's unreasonable. It is paid to a specified person. It is in relation to an expenditure, some purchases. So these three conditions are satisfied, then it will be disallowed. Now the main question here is, who is a specified party? Who is a specified party? The section per se, what is it? Very simple. Again, I am explaining. Payment made to specified person will be disallowed if three conditions are fulfilled. Number one, it is for an expenditure, it is for specified person, and it is excess, unreasonable in regard to the fair market value. What our trouble is, who is a specified person, we have to know. That is what is the whole section. Otherwise, the section is very simple. Now, let us understand who is the specified person under 40A2, where the assessee is an individual. Where the assessee is an individual, any relative of the person. Relative means husband, wife, brother, sister, any lineal ascendant or descendant of that individual. So, assessee is an individual. Assessee is an individual. Assessee is an individual, and any is an individual. In that case, any relative of the assessee. What is a relative? Husband, wife, brother, sister, or any lineal assessee. If the assessee is a company, firm, AOP, HUF, any director of that company, partner of the firm, because company ആണെങ്കിൽ director, firm ആണെങ്കിൽ partner, AOP, HUF, member of the AOP or HUF. Not only that, any relative of such director or partner or member. So then it is expanded. For all assessees, any individual, for all assessees, an individual who has substantial interest in the business of the profession of any or any relative of such individual. That means all assessees cases, right? A person X, suppose, has got substantial interest in your business. What is substantial interest? Substantial interest means a person who is having beneficial interest of 20% of the equity in the case of company and 20% of the profit. So either 20% profit or 20% of the equity he has got, then he becomes a substantial person, this X. Therefore, he is a specified person. For all assets again, a company, firm, EOP, HUF having substantial interest in the profession of the assets. So, first പറഞ്ഞ individual ആയിരുന്നു interest and അവരുടെ relative. ഇവിടെ പറയുന്ന ഒരു company, firm, EOP, etc. having substantial interest in the assets. Not only that, that company, but the company ആണെങ്കിൽ അതിന്റെ director, firm ആണെങ്കിൽ അതിന്റെ partner, EOP ആണെങ്കിൽ അതിന്റെ member, അവരെല്ലാം they will become the substantial interest. Not only that, ഈ ഡയറക്ടറിന്റെ റിലേറ്റീവ്, പാർട്ട്ണറിന്റെ റിലേറ്റീവ്, മെമ്പർ റിലേറ്റീവ് എല്ലാവരും become substantial. So the, that thing is becoming wider and wider. So lot of people will become part of meaning of specified person. Again, next one. For all associates, company, firm, AOP, HUF, of which a director having substantial interest, not the company. ഒരു കമ്പനിയുടെ ഡയറക്ടർ ആണ് substantial interest in the business of the associate. Then this company obviously becomes, what is it called? Becomes substantially interested. Not only that, the director, other directors, partner, member, all of them also will become. Not only that, their relative also will become. So if I have to look at this is the associate, right? In this case, this is the company. Company is having substantial interest in this. Then this is the director 1, director 2, director 3. All these people are also having substantial interest in this company. Or not substantially, they are also becoming specified person. The other last situation that they are talking about is the assessee. One director of this company. This company's director, he is having substantial interest. Then what happens? This company will become substantial interest. Not only that, this director will 1. This is director 3, director 1, director 2, director 4, because this is 3. All of them also will become substantial interest. Not only that, their relatives, this person's relative anyway will become, their relative also will be specified persons. To see how it is becoming wider. It's a very large thing. From audit perspective, it's very difficult for us to understand who are related party, and any transaction between them is having a problem. So it's going to be very difficult when we do. We cannot. In fact, very difficult. Sometimes there is other ways of finding out, but it is not easy. Now all this is covered under corresponding section in the auditing standards is which AS, which deals with related parties. Have we started remembering the AS? Venus, have we started remembering the AS? Which AS comes under related parties? AS 18 is very, very, very important. RPT, in short called related party transactions. So all these are coming under. So from company point of view, AS is very important. You have to go by that. But for income tax, these are the people who are coming under specified persons, and any transaction with specified person, if it is for any expenditure, if it is for specified person, and if it is in excess, in normal transaction there is no problem. If it is in excess, then only there will be a problem. Okay, so I will clear it up and we reconnect, because once it gets disconnected, we will reconnect it.